Okay. Hello, everyone. Um, it's an honor and a pleasure to welcome all of you. My name is Eric Nudze. I'm a cloud and DevOps engineer and also the CIO of SolarVistec. And today we're going to look at, how you can develop your career in cybersecurity, right? I know on the call we have people that are joining from all over, as I saw in the chat earlier on, people joining from Uganda, uh, Kenya, Cameroon, Ghana, and all over, right? And us being here from different countries, I think that is the first and one of the best opportunities that we have on this call. Just the fact that we are from different countries, right? It shows the opportunities we can all get, if we can learn or if we can, sacrifice this amount of time to be on this session, right? So you're all welcome. Feel free, can get some water, get some coffee or tea, feel free, relax. And it's going to be an amazing session, very empowering, very insightful. So we're not going to waste so much time. It's going to be very brief, right? And one key thing that is bringing us for this session is the fact that as SolarVistec, we train on cloud and DevOps, we train on cybersecurity, we train on data science and machine learning, and also AI-powered digital marketing, right? And so today we are gathering to celebrate first our students who are going to be graduating soon after months of intensive hands-on learning, right? Learning different cybersecurity skills, technologies, tools, and so on, right? So we are here first to celebrate them. And then secondly, to guide them and also everyone who is joining this session, on how they can develop their cybersecurity career, how you can go further into a cybersecurity career. When you've completed the training, so what next, right? And if you're coming in and you want to develop your cybersecurity career, where do you start from, right? Where do you start from? And what should you do? So that is the reason why we are on this special career workshop session, right? You're all welcome, like I said earlier on. And then we're just going to hit the road running. But before we hit the road running, I will want to hear from our students, right, who are on the call here, briefly, where they're joining from, where they started, where they came from, and what they have learned in the training so far, right? And what are the steps next for them, right? So you have just 1 minute or two to introduce yourself in these areas that I've said, and then we do that briefly, and then we'll introduce or invite our guest speaker for this session. So let me see, we have Esther. You're on my list. The first person I'm seeing on my list. Okay, Esther, we want to hear from you. You can unmute yourself. In case you're speaking, we can't hear you. Esther, yeah?
Hello, sir. My line
Yes.
is quite breaking. I didn't get you.
Okay, so I'm saying we want to hear from you, right? You've been with Solavis Tech for a number of months, a couple of months, right? Intensive training on cybersecurity. You've learned different tools, different solutions, and it's good that while we are here, we want to hear from you, your background, where you came from, right? What you've learned so far with Solavis Tech, the different tools you've learned, the different solutions you've learned, what you can do, and what's next in your journey. You can do that briefly in a minute or two, right? Let's hear from you.
Oh, all right. Thank you so much for this opportunity. Yes, I've been with Tech and I'm currently studying cybersecurity. So, the course I enjoyed the most was ethical hacking. Yeah,
Okay.
and we learned tools like Nmap, Metasploit, and it has kind of helped me in kind of paying attention to links, paying attention to websites, paying attention to websites I visit and so on. So it has kind of made me pay more attention to the things I do online.
Awesome.
So,
Awesome.
in
Awesome.
summary,
Okay. That's amazing. Like paying attention, right? Paying attention. Those links that you click without paying attention, right? Yeah. So
yeah.
that's amazing. Yeah. It's nice to hear from you. Next, we're going to hear from B. Beautiful.
Okay. Let me just cue up from where Esther has ended. She's my classmate, and that's what we have learned. And for me, as she has really said that she minds what she clicks now, it has really been interesting. And I am even planning a workshop to create awareness on cybersecurity because I saw that it was really necessary for everybody. Yes, and we are on network security, which I'm really see is really interesting. That's what I really want to focus on. I think that's all for now.
Awesome. 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 We didn't hear your background. We didn't hear your background, Esther and B and Pamela. We didn't hear your background. Like, where are you coming from? Like, and yeah, did you just come from space and then you started doing cybersecurity? Where did you come from?
Okay, for me, I am from a non-tech background, and what pushed me to enroll into this course was what has been going on around me because from time to time somebody will call you saying that click this link, I've sent a link to you, this, that, and many people have fallen victims into scammers just because of that. And I started asking myself what I can do in order to free myself from such mistakes and even others. That's why I found myself with SolarVistech. And another how I really got to know SolarVistech is a book that I read, Take the Leap, from Dr. Samba. That is where I really understood what it means to be involved in the tech industry. So it really motivated me so much.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Glad to know about that book. Anyone who hasn't read that book, guys, you can check me after this. It's a powerful book. If you want to, get into territories where you've not been before, right? You need to read that book, right? Thank you so much, Pamela. Esther, just briefly, your background. Yeah, let's know. And then we're going to get to, I think, Aqua, if he's on the call. Yes, Esther, we want to hear your background.
I have a background in computer science and cybersecurity.
Oh, nice, nice, nice. That's amazing. So guys, you see that from any background, from any level where you are, you can do cybersecurity, right? So this is Esther. She's just here to polish things up, right? Just to polish things up. And it's just amazing. So once you're going out, you're going to be a full package. So the other students, we can't have them yet. Hopefully they should join, right? I can't see them on the call, except they can unmute and then and speak. Okay, so we're going to start right away. Nice to hear from you, everyone. So today we have an amazing person, an amazing speaker. He has a lot of experience, right? Actually, how we met at a tech event, right? That was organized by Paystack. All of you know Paystack. We just met there and then we exchanged contacts. And that's it. And then here he is with you guys. So this in a nutshell is just to tell you the power of networking, going out. Don't sit on your computer and you're pressing and clicking, doing this every time. Don't sit on your computer every time. Step out, go out for events, meet people, connect with them, and you don't know who might get your job tomorrow. So that is how I happen to meet our guest speaker for today, right? And it's no other person than Dr. John Carney. Hello, Doc. We are happy to have you. Dr. John Carney is a powerful person. When I met him, I didn't know this how he was. Like sometimes you meet people at events and everyone is just like a common person until you happen to talk to them, right? And then until you happen to take it a step further and they share with you your background and you're like, wow, it's like you're joking, right? So Dr. Kane, he is not only an expert, he's somebody who has accomplished a lot. Yes, Dr. Kane, he's based in Ghana. He's someone who has accomplished a lot. He has studied in different universities around the world. He is first an IT lecturer, and a consultant, right? And his expertise, they go beyond cybersecurity, right? He is well, known in terms of web technologies, uh, cybersecurity itself, data analytics, artificial intelligence, AI, right? And IoT, Internet of Things, right? And as a lecturer, he's also done a lot of research. So those who want to read articles, publications, right? After this session, I'm going to ask him for him to share those publications with us. So he's published a lot, and his research focuses on educational technologies and cybersecurity, right? And he's also the country lead for Center of Entrepreneurship, International Chamber of Commerce, ICC, in Ghana. So guys, if you are here and you're looking for that person who is leading that Chamber of Commerce, is Dr. John Kani, who is here, right? And he is also the lead for IT services, like I said, at ICC since 2012, right? And he is also the active member for several professional bodies, including the International Association of Engineers. Guys, International Association of Engineers. So all the cloud computing engineers, whichever engineer that you are, you need to be in that society, right? You need to be in that association. And he's also the, part of the Computer Society of India, beyond Ghana, right? And also the International Association of Computer Sciences and Information Technology, as a senior member, and also part of the IEEE Computer Society. So guys, let's welcome Dr. John Kani. Doc, I'm going to hand over the mic to you. Everyone is anxious to hear from you. I've talked a lot. Maybe there's some that I've not even talked about, right? Maybe I left out some. Please, you have all the time here.
Hello,
Everyone is
Sherry.
excited to hear from you. Yes, Doc, sure.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for these accolades. Colleagues, I welcome you all. Mr. Eric has been a good friend within a short time. Like he said, we met at a program where we were networking, a program that brought, like-minded people like all of us gathered here. And we networked and things started moving on. And today we are here together. So thank you. I am humbled. I'm honored to join you, share this knowledge that we are about to share. And so let us not be dull. We should all contribute, right? Uh, Knowledge doesn't stay in one person's head, okay? And so let's all try to contribute during this session. Okay. So if you are ready for us to start the whole show, I want you to just click on thumbs up. I think it has some emoji there. So great, 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 great. Anyone who doesn't click, it means that you are not ready to join us. We'll take you out. Wow, nice, 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 nice. Okay, so I understand that some of you are coming from IT, information security, cyber security, computer science background, and some too are not coming from, very technical IT background, but it's all fine. Okay, it's all fine. So I'm going to share a document with you after my presentation, but then I'm not going to share it now because I want you to take notes. Okay, it's not going to keep long, maximum 35, then there will be a session, yeah, for questions and perhaps answers. All right. So just pay attention. Don't get distracted. I'm begging you. Let's all stay with me and let's have this. Okay. So I just want one person to tell me what motivates them into this cybersecurity space. Anybody, it can be a male, female. Just tell me why are you learning cybersecurity, or why do you want to protect people's uh, digital presence? Why? Can somebody talk? Anybody here?
Okay, let me talk again.
Okay, yes, great.
Yes, this is Pamela, and I'm happy to have you here.
Mm.
Um, Like I said, the things that happens around me with my circle, constant hacking of phones, extorting money from fake calls, got me thinking. And the book that I read, Take the Lead, pushed me to take action. When I started in cybersecurity, I thought I was just going to help myself. But along the line, I discovered that I have a calling to sensitize women because we have a small group that we lead and it's only women. So it occurred to me that I can take up this one as a skill in order to train women on the cybersecurity awareness because we are looking at gender-based violence. And I noticed that technology can facilitate gender-based violence, which at the end will escalate to physical violence. So I saw a need for this cybersecurity. And I think that even after our graduation, I'll have to redo the course so that I can master it very well in order to be able to help others. Thank you.
Oh, wow. This is really good to know. This is good to know. Thanks for setting the tone for us. Yeah. So if anybody walked up to me and said, please, I want to get into cybersecurity, where do I start? What do I do? Basically, this is what I would do. Okay. First, the person needs to prepare the mind, right? You have to. So kindly take notes out of this. All right. I'll need you to take some notes because I'll ask questions after everything. I'll ask for feedback. And so if somebody came to me, yeah, I'll first try to get the person into the right mindset. Okay, so cybersecurity is not like a movie. It's not a hacking movie that hey, you see somebody take the computer and break and they are happy because they make millions and not. No, that's not cybersecurity. All right. Cybersecurity is less that, but it's more of a discipline. So it's disciplined problem solving. Whenever you hear cybersecurity, we as practitioners or we as technical or experts, whenever we hear cybersecurity, what should come to your mind is disciplined problem solving, meaning you are going to find an issue, a challenge, and try to solve it in a disciplined way. Why do I say discipline? Because you are going to get exposed to a lot of private and secret things. And so, you as a cybersecurity person, if you know that you want to get into cybersecurity and you don't have the right mindset, you can't venture into cybersecurity because you'll be tempted. So that's one thing that we have to know. Again, you need to be curious. Okay, for cybersecurity expert, always you should be asking, what could go wrong? Once you are in the midst of a situation or an environment, the first thing you are like a security personnel, physical security personnel like the police, soldier, uh, fire service or fire officers. Once you get into every space, you ask yourself, you look around, okay, what can go wrong or what could go wrong here? Okay, so first, you should be disciplined. Second, you should be asking, okay, what can go wrong here? Then there are things that you need to follow. So there are procedures in resolving issues regarding cybersecurity. So there are systematic, we'll talk about all of that. And then there is one main important thing called ethics and law. In cybersecurity, you, the one providing the solution, you can't do things without the permissions of people, or you can't do things that do not meet standard. So you should also note that. The last thing that maybe I will say to prepare your mind is that you should make up your mind that you are going to keep on learning. You will learn and learn and learn and learn and learn. Okay, so we having this at the back of our minds, I think my goal tonight will be to help you understand the skills that you need, how to position yourself for opportunities, and how to even confidently you can tell your story as an emerging cybersecurity professional. Okay, so basically that is what I'll be doing tonight. Okay, but under the first theme will be competencies of the cybersecurity professional. Competencies of the cybersecurity professional. If you say you are a cybersecurity professional, what do we look out for in you? What do we want? What can prove to us that you're a cybersecurity professional? So one of them is the technical skills. So you should have what we call the technical skills. And the technical skills, we can divide it into maybe 5. You should have knowledge about networking, okay, meaning how computers are able to connect and talk to themselves and share information. Not only computers, any other device that acts like a computer, all right? How do they connect and talk to themselves? You have to have knowledge about networking and the rules that they follow whenever computers are connected and they want to talk. Which rules do they follow? We call them protocols. So you have to understand these technical skills. Point 1 is networking and there's protocols. Networking and protocols. You have to understand the fundamentals. So I want to create a platform where computers can connect. Is it going to be a wired platform or a wireless platform? Is that platform going to be a local area? Or will those computers connected to themselves going to talk to other computers elsewhere in different countries? Okay, you have to know how these are established. That is one of the technical skills you must know. Another technical skills you must know is operating systems. So when we talk about the Windows platform, how is it like? When we talk about the Linux or the Linux platform, how is it like? These are knowledge, technical skills. This one you can't trade in. Okay, you need to have a fair idea of Windows and Linux. Then you also need to have idea about SIEM tools. So when we talk about SIEM, that is SIEM tools. What we are simply saying is that you should know how to collect data about whatever is happening within the cyber security or the digital space. You should be able to set up tools that will give you information about what is happening. So once you have a network or once you have a computer, there should be something installed on the computer or on the network that will give you information about whatever is happening. People, accounts that are logged in, IP addresses that are trying to access your device or the network, application software that you have installed that are sending messages or that are sending traffic outside your computer to other computers, software on your computer that are receiving traffic from outside of your computer. Okay, so you also have to have knowledge about SAM tools. And some of these tools are Splunk. I'm sure maybe you know. So Splunk, we have QRadar, we have Elastic, and I think Microsoft also has one called Sentinel. These are two software that you can install on your system or on your network to give you information about whatever is happening in the cybersecurity space. You have to have knowledge about these tools. Then, so all of these that I'm saying now are the technical skills. Okay. Now, another thing. So I've mentioned 3. First is networking. The second is the operating system. The third is the same tools, the tools that will sniff, that will give you information about whatever is what event that is happening in your network or on your computer or in the cybersecurity space. The fourth one is vulnerability assessment and penetration testing. Okay, so you should be able to weigh the devices or the components of your information security system. So the people, the devices, the network, the software, and everything that is part of your information security system or your cyberspace, you should be able to know their weaknesses. Okay, so when it comes to people, what are the weaknesses in people? What is the weakness in a network device, maybe a computer, a printer? Okay, what are the weaknesses in all the components that form part of your information security system? You have to be able to understand their weakness. Some of them, they have physical weakness. Okay, some of them too, they are technical or they are digital weakness. For instance, for some devices, when it rains and it pours on them, the water can destroy the device. Some devices too, it can be damaged or it can be breached using software. Okay, some too, human beings can become a threat or can cause harm to to the device or any component of the information security system. So technically, the skill that you need to know is you should be able to know how you can assess and then document the weaknesses in the systems that you are available that are available to you. Apart from knowing the weaknesses in the system, you should also be able to know how to penetrate. You behave like you want to hack into the system, break into the system, or cause harm into the system. Okay, this will let you also know how people or how bad people, which in this case we call threats or hackers, okay, how they would be able to break or take advantage of the weakness in the system. So once you're able to identify the weaknesses in your system, you should be able to know how people or how hackers or software or how things try to take advantage of your system. These are technical skills, and I'm sure you have gone through that. Then the last thing that I'll talk about when it comes to the technical skills is cloud security. So now everything that we are doing, most of them are being hosted in the cloud. Okay, even this meeting we are having right now is happening in the cloud. Okay, lectures are happening in the cloud. Software are being presented to people in the cloud. Okay, everything is happening in the cloud. And so, how do you secure the cloud? Okay, so cloud security fundamentals too. You should have technical skills when it comes to cloud security fundamental. And some of the areas is the AWS, the Amazon AWS, the Azure, the GCP, all of them are areas that you can cushion yourself when it comes to the technical skills. So please take notes. The key domains when it comes to your competencies, your networking and the protocols, the rules, the operating systems, the same tools that will give you information about what is happening in your space. You should know the weaknesses in the information system tools. You should also know ways and how people would break into the system or take advantage of the vulnerability of your system. And then you should also have knowledge about how systems are deployed in the cloud. Now, apart from the technical skills, when it comes to the competencies of the cybersecurity professional, you should also have knowledge, security knowledge. Okay, so I've spoken about the technical skill, but you should also have security knowledge. What it simply means is that when we say threat intelligence, what is it? You should know threat intelligence. When we talk about malware analysis, what is it? So these are some terminology, some concepts, some principles that you need to know. So some of the knowledge areas is threat intelligence and malware analysis. Then the other one will be identity and access management. You should be able to make sure that anyone who wants to have access to systems can identify themselves well. And even after they have identified themselves, you should be able to control what they will be able to do in the cybersecurity space or in the information system space. Okay, you should have knowledge about how to manage people or things that want to have access to information security system. These are knowledge areas that you need to take care of. Then another knowledge that you have to get is incident response. When something bad happens or when an incident happens, we said that in the cybersecurity space, a lot of things happen. Anything that is happening, like people browsing, traffic coming in, going out, people logging in, communication, sharing of data, everything that is happening is called an event. Okay, but when there's an abnormal event, we call it incident. So you should be able to know how to respond to abnormal events, things that are not normal that happen within your space. You should be able to know. So we have something we call incident response. I'm sure you have learned that. But as a cybersecurity expert, you should have knowledge when it comes to incident response. Then there's one thing you should also know, that the knowledge area, that is the last thing that I'll talk about, under the security knowledge. It's the risk assessment and governance. Now, before you venture into anything, you should be able to assess and say, okay, this information security component that I'm bringing or I'm adding up to the organization, this is the risk, meaning this is the amount of harm that it can bring to the organization, or this is the benefit that it can bring to the organization. Okay, if something bad happens to this thing that I am adding up onto the information security system, if something bad happens to it, how would the organization take it? You should have knowledge about it. And then governance, so risk assessment and governance. When we talk about governance, we are talking about, okay, you should also know the standards. Okay, so we have standards, we have rules, we have acts. Every country have how some rules backed by law regarding how the cybersecurity space should be run. Okay, so you should also have knowledge about the country that you are in, how they want their digital space to run, data protection, how they want it to run. You should have knowledge about it. Okay, so when it comes to risk assessment and governance, one of the international standards that you should have knowledge is the ISO 27001. Okay, so that one is international standard. Once you have the knowledge of the standard, you can actually do risk assessment and governance. So that is the knowledge areas. You should know threat intelligence, and you should be able to analyze malwares. Okay, things that can cause harm to your computer or to your information systems. You should be able to analyze them and make meaningful information out of it. Then you should be able to control people who have access to the system. Okay, then when something bad happens within the system, you should be able to know how you respond to it. And then you should be able to know the standards that will guide you as to how to deliver your expertise in the cybersecurity space. Now, let me talk about professional competencies. Okay, so under competencies of the cybersecurity professional, I've spoken about one main thing, which is the technical skills. Then the second one is the security knowledge area. Then the last one I'm talking about under the competencies is the professional competencies. So sometimes we don't need too much technical stuff. We also need some professionalism. Okay, for instance, when you talk about problem solving, how are you exposed to problem solving? So when you find yourself in a space which is challenging, how do you process the whole challenging situation? How do you solve it? Do you solve it in a way that pleases you, or do you solve it in a way that pleases the organizational goals or the organizational objective? These are some competencies individually you need to grow. Then you should have the investigative thinking. These are also professional competencies. Anyone who wants you to be in the space of cybersecurity want to know whether you have the investigative thinking capability. Meaning, whenever something happens, you should know how to look for the root cause, analyze it, document it, communicate it. Okay. So you should be able to have that investigative thinking. Then another thing which is very good is analytical skills. You know, what differentiates between somebody who is a good problem solver is how they think analytically. So they see the bigger picture and they're able to break the bigger picture into smaller groups and they tackle it. You should be able to do that. So that is under the professional competencies. Anyone who wants you to be in that space of cybersecurity, want you to become a problem-solving person, you should have the investigative thinking, all right? And also analytical skills. You should have that. So know that when we talk about cybersecurity, we are talking about the technical ability, your analytical mindsets, your communication capability, and your continuous learning capability. Because every week new things come in the cybersecurity space. All right. So I'm done with the competencies that you need. as a professional, cybersecurity professional, the technical skills, the knowledge areas, and your professional competencies. Now I'm going to talk about your resume and your LinkedIn profile optimization. If anybody has a question, kindly note it down. Once I'm done, you can bring it up and we'll all talk about it. All right. So I'm moving to your resume. So now that you have undergone this training that has been provided, what else? What's next? Okay, so it's not just about I have the skills, I can do this, I can do that, but how do you sell yourself? I'm sure you all know LinkedIn. Okay, so when it comes to selling yourself, the first thing that comes to play is your resume, or somebody will say CV. Now, let me give some resume tips. When you are preparing your resume, you need a resume that is based on your skills. So it is a skills-based resume, especially if you're an entry level. You don't focus on experience, no. You focus on your skills, your capability, what you can do. So your resume should portray boldly what you can do. Okay, now, what do I mean by what you can do or the skills based? It should talk about some practical projects that you have engaged in. Okay. If you have engaged yourself in some online laboratories or labs like Try Hack Me, then we have Hack the Box, okay, or Blue Teams, Team Labs. Okay, these are digital laboratories that can let you practice your cybersecurity skills. Okay, and so it must feature in your resume that yes, I have hands-on with some of these cybersecurity laboratories. You should mention the Try Hack Me, the Hack, and the likes. Okay. Now, apart from that, you should also in your resume, you should boldly list your certifications, like the Security Plus, the ISC squared, CC. We also have the AZ 900 and SC Windows, Microsoft SC 900 and the like. So any certification that you have, you should also state it clearly. Then you should also, so still your resume should capture some tools that you are familiar with. Like a lady was saying earlier, we have the BERP suite, the ELK suite, the Nmap, the Wireshark. Okay, so tools that you are familiar with, you should also highlight them in your resume. Okay, apart from that, in your resume, there should be an achievement session where you tell us what was left in your care, your duties, things that were left in your care, and how you were able to achieve those duties. Okay. And when you are doing this, you use numbers. You can't simply say, I was given the task to scan the network and I was able to scan it within 3 months. That's not it. That's not enough. You should tell us that within a week, by 22%, I was able to do this. 22% or 10%, 50%, I was able to. So you should tell us numbers in your resume so that directly your employers or people who are interested in your resume will know exactly what you have achieved. Okay, so these are some of the few things that have to be in your resume. When it comes to LinkedIn, okay, LinkedIn, I'm sure you already know that LinkedIn is like a Facebook or TikTok, but it is the professional space, okay, where people who are professionals, who are looking for job, who have achieved good things in their professional career, who have employment to offer, and people who are looking for employment, people who are looking for networking, and people who also want to learn. They are all found on LinkedIn. So when you are creating a profile at LinkedIn, you should use a strong headline. For instance, you can say, so your headline, you can simply say, I'm a cybersecurity analyst slash maybe security operations center analyst. Okay, or you can say you are a GRC, governance, risk and those things. Sorry, governance, yeah, risk and compliance. You can say you are an analyst or you are an expert. So be specific. as your headline. Then in LinkedIn, they have a section where they say certifications, right? So also you can go to your certifications and you can key in all the certifications you have. Okay, they also have a spot where you can outline your portfolio, the project that you have done. You can also outline all of that. All right. Then you should also be posting on LinkedIn. You should be posting and posting, even if you don't feel like posting. Just go online, get any article that regards your space, okay, and post it. Even if you just get one like, it's fine. Okay, these help. The reason is that employers go there to look for active potential cybersecurity experts. Okay, and we being junior members or we being beginners, I know some of you are already in the mid range. Yeah, but still, everybody wants to improve, move from one level to the other. So always make sure that your LinkedIn profile, again, your headline is strong, straightforward. Go to the sessions. There are certifications, add your certifications. There are project sessions, add your project. There are tools, add the tools you have. There are seminars, add the seminars you have attended. Add everything you have done there, just put it there. Okay, another thing that is very important in LinkedIn is building connections. Now, director was saying something about connections, networking. Yeah, follow people, follow companies, follow these big companies, follow people who are already in who are already who have taken the lead in your space. Follow them. When they post something, comment. Okay, you can even send them messages, not messages that makes you desperate, but messages that can even make them feel good. For instance, they post something, you can send a private DM and say, yes, sir, I align with what you are saying. I was even doing a project like this, and the outcome of the project resonates exactly with what you are saying. Something like that. So try and build connections. And whenever you go out and you are physically networking and you meet, big men and big women in your space, don't ask for their phone numbers, okay, or their social media handle. First, immediately you start talking to these big people, you ask about their LinkedIn profile. Once you do that, they get a mindset, okay, this person knows what he's doing. Okay. Once you ask for the LinkedIn profile, trust me, after a few engagements, they will be willing to give out their contact or their personal email or other things. And then know that you are not selling experience. Okay. So on LinkedIn, you are not selling experience there because on LinkedIn, if you look at how long people have worked, you might belittle yourself. You might feel like, hey, you are nobody on this earth. That's not what you are selling. Okay. Now, what you are selling is your competence. Yeah, somebody can say, yeah, I have gained 10 years experience in doing this. It doesn't matter. Sell what you can do, what you have done, the projects that you have built, things that you have done. So sell your competence, your potential, and your passion. Let people know that you are passionate about your space, your field. That's all you should sell there. So know that you are not selling the experience. You are selling competence, your passion, and your potential. So that's with the LinkedIn. That's the resume and LinkedIn profile optimization. The resume, I've given you tips, and LinkedIn too, I've spoken a bit about it. Okay, now the other thing is job search strategies. Okay, so if you want to look for job, if you want to be employed and all of that. So that's one part, job searching, but you can also create job. I'll come to that. But now let's focus on when you want to search for job. Okay, so job searching, somebody will say job searching is also another job on its own. It's not easy to search for job, right? Even those who are working or who are already in the cybersecurity space, they are still looking for a job. Okay, meaning they want to improve, improve, improve. But when you are looking for job, what are some of the roles? Okay, the target roles. So you as a cybersecurity expert, what are some of the roles you can vie for? You can become a security operations center analyst. Okay, and I'll give you some of the technicality or the technical skills that you need for the roles. Okay, so you can be a SOC analyst, SOC analyst, which we call Security Operations Center analyst. Okay, you can also be in the IT support space. You can also be in the GRC. Okay, which mean governance. So you can be in the space where you say, all right, for me, I'm a cybersecurity expert, but I deal in policies, regulations, legislations, standards, and procedures. I'm able to draft documents that will help cybersecurity experts do their job. Okay, that's governance. Then we also have risk. Then we have compliance. Okay, so you can also, if you are looking for job, these are the areas. Then you can also say that you are looking for a job in the cloud security space. But as a beginner, you can become an intern. Sometimes you don't even get the job outright. You can offer to become an intern, like an internship. Here, they may not even give you, it's like there is this word, voluntary work. Okay. So you can volunteer in any of these space. So you can become a volunteer in the cloud security space. You can also become an analyst in the in vulnerability and penetration testing area. Okay. So when you are searching for job, be specific which area, and that is what the keywords you should search for. Okay. And these are some of the roles that I have mentioned. There are a lot more of them. Okay, but you can, based on where you want to actually focus on, you can use such a keyword. But there's a strategy. Okay, so the strategy that I use is called the 40-30-20-10. So, or you can say 4-3-2-1 job search strategy, or 40%, 30%, 20%, 10% job search strategy. So it's a strategy. Now, the 40% job search strategy says that 40% of your job search should be networking. Who you know and who knows you. Okay, so in this field of cybersecurity, okay, or even in the job field, it's all about who you know or who knows you, who can mention your name and recommend you, or who do you know that you can go to, or that you can send your CV or your resume to. So when you are searching for job, make sure that you have 40% networked. Then you use 30% to apply. Okay. So 30% of the time that you'll be spending will be to apply. Look for different job boards, different platforms that like LinkedIn and other job boards. Okay. Then, so I've mentioned 40 for networking, 30 for applying. Then 20% should be for project. Whilst you are applying, looking for job, you should be working on project, self project. Okay, you can be doing projects, or you can volunteer to join other freelancers to do project, because it will help you after you have gotten the opportunity for an interview. So 20% of your strategy, your job search strategy, should be project. Then 10% should be certifications. So what I mean by 10% certification simply means that still get the certifications, but it's not just the certification. Everybody has the certification. Trust me, in about 3 years to come, everybody who is here, who has joined us here on this meeting right now, will have not less than 5 certifications. Everybody will have more certification. So that alone is not to qualify you. Okay. But after, beyond the certification, what? You need projects. You need to know, you need to keep on applying. Look for places, look for spots that you can apply. And also, most importantly, network. So 40% network, 30% apply, 20% project, and 10% certification. All right. So that will be for the job search strategies. Then I'm almost done. Elevator pitch and interview skills. All right. So what it simply means is that when you have an opportunity to talk to somebody who might be interested in your capability, how do you go about it? What do you say? How do you sell yourself? How do you sell your competencies? Okay, you can go like this. I'm just giving an example. So let's say you are in an interview, or you went for a program, and you met one CEO, or you met one HR, or even you met a colleague. You can say something like, I am a cybersecurity analyst with hands-on experience in maybe threat detection, okay, and SAM monitoring, vulnerability assessment. You can also go ahead and say, yes, sir, I enjoy solving complex problems and strengthening, systems against attacks. But I'm currently looking for opportunities where I can contribute to maybe incident response. So you mention specific areas that you can contribute. So you can say, I'm looking for areas where I can contribute my expertise in maybe incident response, monitoring, governance rule, while I continue to grow in cloud and maybe on the job. Okay. So these are some of the things that you can say to attract somebody. Okay. Now, once you have locked up the interview, these are some of the things that you should know. These are skills that you will need during your interviews. I'm sure you are with me, right? Hello, are you with me?
Hello. Yes, yes, we are with
Okay, great, 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 great. Yeah, so now interview skills. Uh, Trust me, cybersecurity interviews are crazy. They are crazy because they don't tell you to define and explain and do that. No, they throw scenarios at you. They give, they throw situations at you, and they say resolve it as a cybersecurity expert. Okay, so when such scenarios are given to you, or case studies are given to you, how do you approach it? I have something I say the STAR approach. Okay, so whenever you are given a case to analyze or to resolve, you use the STAR approach. The STAR approach says the S is situation. You have to understand the situation. Make sure you understand the case, what exactly is happening. Then make sure the next thing is the task. So make sure you know which role you are to play. Okay, so when such questions are given to you, you have to ask, say, am I coming in as a cloud specialist? Am I coming in as a penetration testing expert? Or should I answer it as so? You should know the task given to you in the case. All right. Then the action, so the first is the situation, second is the task, then the third is the action. So once you know exactly the role that you are playing now, you will have to then tell them or demonstrate the action that you will be taking in that scenario that has been given. And then you should tell them the result, what will happen when you take that action. Okay, so that is the STAR method for answering questions in cybersecurity interviews. Okay, so but you have to prepare for handling incidents. So when you are going for an interview, you have to prepare for handling incident because they will ask you. So when something happens, how will you handle the incident? Also, you have to prepare in solving technical problems. And then you also have to prepare in knowing how to work under pressure. Because trust me, this is our field that we are in. It's pressure, morning, evening, night, dawn. Times that you are with family, times that you are out of work, they will need you. So you have to demonstrate, you have to let them know that you can work under pressure. And you can give an example. Sometimes it might not even be real, but you can create an example of a situation where there was pressure and you were able to deliver. Then another thing you have to prepare for your interview is how to communicate to non-technical teams. Trust me, most of the work that you'll be doing, even in the interview, the people that are seated, not all of them are expertise in your field. Some of them are just human resource managers. They don't even come from your background. Okay. They don't even come from your background. So what you have to know is know how to communicate to non-technical members there. So you should be able to demonstrate and let them know that for me, when there are situations and I'm resolving the situations, I'm able to talk to, I'm able to talk to technical people and people who are not technical, like management, like other heads of departments. You know, you're able to break the technicalities down and talk to them. Another thing is that you should be able to practice speaking clearly and confidently. You should be confident and don't be ambiguous. Go straight and talk your point. Don't talk too much, because the more you talk too much, the more you open yourself up for more questions. Go straight to the point. If they have not asked you for further explanations, you don't bring it up. Otherwise, you expose yourself. Okay. Now, one thing you have to know is that when you are in the interview, please focus on your value, not your lack of experience. Okay, because the people who you'll be going to the interview with, those who are also competing for the same position, some might have more experience. That's not what you care. Yours is your value. So when you go there, focus on what you can offer, your potential, your capability. Or even when you are talking to somebody, forget about your experience. Tell them what you are capable of and what you have done. All right. Okay. So I think the last but one is some professional skill or soft skills. So even though we are very technical people and they want us to know all the cybersecurity jargons, the technicalities, the certifications, and all of that, you are going to work with people. You are going to work in an organization. You are going to work in teams. So there are some soft skills that you also need. One of them is you should be able to create reports that are compelling. Okay, so after you have done your investigations or you've done your analysis of logs or you have responded to an incident, you need to report to your superior or to the one who contracted you. You should be able to generate reports. These are soft skills that sometimes during interviews you realize that the pure cybersecurity professionals, they are not able to. So they know their skills and they understand it, but communicating it with reports to management becomes a problem. So there are tools like Power BI. Okay, so this will help you to create more better reports. And when you're creating reports, it should be clear, visual, use diagrams, use table, and be concise, on point. You can use charts, you can even use screenshots, and you can also use timelines. Okay. And as cybersecurity people, always, whenever you are given a report, always include the impact, the risk, and recommendations of whatever report you are giving out. Okay. All right. So that's one thing, one soft skill you need to learn. That's how to create good reports that are compelling. Then another thing, soft skill that you need to learn is engaging stakeholders. You don't work alone, you work with other stakeholders, other people who have interest. Okay, so you should be able to speak the language of the audience. So when you meet an HR person, when you meet the marketing person, when you meet the production person, when you meet top management, you should also know how they relate. So you should have knowledge about how businesses function. So there is something we call a business function, and security is a business function. Business function simply talks about the breakdowns of what is made up of business or what businesses are made up of. So when you enter an organization, what are the main departments or what are the main things they do? They produce, so you can have a manufacturing department. They employ people and they fire people, so you can have an HR department. Okay, they have IT systems, so you can have an IT department. Okay, this IT, they may also have a security department, which will make sure that whether systems or people or processes are secured. Okay, so you should have knowledge about how businesses function. And when you are going for an interview, these are some of the things you should know. There's one thing that I'm going to talk about, which is discovering entrepreneurship. Okay, you should also portray yourself as somebody who is entrepreneurial, meaning somebody who can convert a challenge or a problem into solution that can bring in money or that can bring in value. That's who an entrepreneur is. So look for, once you are there, you should be able to preach to them, or you should be able to portray yourself as somebody who can take advantage of challenges and even make a viable value out of it that will benefit either yourself, the organization, or the stakeholders. All of these are soft things that you need to know. Okay, then problem solving, I've spoken about that. But when it comes to problem solving, okay, in cybersecurity, there are some frameworks that we use for for problem solving. Whenever you experience a cyber incident, there is a framework, which is a standard framework. We have the matter attack, and we have the kill chain. So the MITRE attack and the kill chain. Okay, these are frameworks that will break problems into smaller phases for you to resolve the problem as a cybersecurity expert. Please, if nothing at all, today you have to take note of this framework. Cybersecurity experts, whenever we are faced with anything, there are frameworks that guide us to break the problem, the bigger problem, into smaller chunks so that we can attack and we can resolve the situation. All right. Okay. Uh, my closing remarks. I don't know. Know that. Okay. So cybersecurity it's not just a career. Okay. It is something that you want to do to protect people. Not only people, you also want to protect systems and the digital world that we live in. That is your mandate. So once you say I'm doing cybersecurity, you have to protect people. You have to protect systems, the physical systems and the digital and the data ones. Okay. So that is what you are. And no matter where you are starting from, your journey is valid. It doesn't matter where you are starting, whether you are already a computer engineer, you are an information security expert, or you are coming from a background. No, it doesn't matter. What actually matters is that whatever you want to do is valid. What comes to your mind, where you want to go, is valid. That is all you need. But you have to keep on learning, you have to keep on building yourself, and then engage with communities, network. You need to network, surround yourself with people who speak your mind, who think like you. Go to YouTube, go to Coursera, go online, learn. And the most important thing, like the communities thing that I'm talking about. For instance, this institution where you are being trained, which has organized this session for you, it is very solid. Okay, you need to be part of a community where people have walked the path that you want to walk. Okay, so if you're not part of this community, for instance, this community, you need to be part. Okay, because this community will not only teach you the technical skills and the soft skills, no, but will also engage you in seminars that will prepare you for the outside world. And like I said, don't only go with the mindset that you also want to, you are looking for a job, looking for a job, looking for a job. Look at your environment. Start small projects that can resolve people's digital issues. Look for small companies, they might not even pay you. Volunteer. Analyze their digital systems and say, hey, I think there's a weakness here. I can install antivirus. I can install, let's say, a network filtering software. Okay, I can install a SAM tool. I can install maybe an intrusion prevention tool. I can install. So just do something, and all of this will build you up. And you may never know. You will never know where your opportunity will come from. Maybe it will come from a conversation you have with somebody. So know how to pitch yourself. We've mentioned that whenever you are talking to anybody who has the potential of leveraging or giving you an opportunity to excel, know how you present yourself. So your luck or your breakthrough can come from conversations that you have with people, projects that you do, or simply the confidence that you have to take the next step. Okay. Sometimes you take a bold decision to do this. You might not even have the money to do it or the resources to do it, but just the passion alone should be able to move you with confidence. Once you are in there, things fall in place. Okay, so this is how I will close. I've spoken and I've not allowed you to interject. I'm sorry for that, but I was working within a limited time because there are other meetings that me and director we have to engage in, and so I'll end here. I'll share the notes with you. Okay, so you wouldn't miss anything. But I'm open, director. I'm finished. I'm open for Q&A, questions and answers, or contributions, or anything else. Thank you.
Okay, Doc, thank you so much. Guys, let's keep our reactions coming, right? I don't know where to start from, right? I don't know if there was a drum for me to beat from my end. I'm going to beat it just for Doc for this amazing presentation. Guys, give the thumbs up, let the celebrations come in, the emojis, let them flow, guys. Let them flow. Wow. Doc, this is more than a masterclass. It honestly, it's more than a
Thank you,
masterclass.
thank you, thank
I've
you.
written on I've taken down notes until my hand is paining, right? So I don't know where to start from. Everything I've taken down, and I think that when you were talking, I was just looking by your side. I see a guitar there, and I was thinking that maybe this temperature that you've taken us up to so high, maybe you need to do some jamboree so that we calm ourselves down, right? There's a guitar by you, then maybe you can just, that's what I was just thinking, right? But it's just been amazing. This is so impactful. Personally, I've learned a lot. I don't know about you, everyone on the call, but for me, I've learned a lot. I don't know where to start from, right? I don't know where to start from. But at this point in time, I'm going to bring in Kevin, right? Kevin is part of our community. He's part of our team. He's part of our core team. Like he's been leading everything when it comes to our technologies that we're using in our community. He is a CTO and also the main man in charge of our cybersecurity training, right? So everything as we are saying, I think he was just nodding his head, and then saying, okay, yeah, I've talked about this to my students. I've told them this. I've told them this. They all know all this you're talking about,
Mm.
right? And I understand. So it happens. So I'm going to invite Kevin to, take us through the question and answer session, right? Kevin is joining right from Kenya, right? Nairobi. Kevin, we are glad to have you. It's a pleasure to have you, sir.
Yeah,
So you're
welcome,
invited.
welcome, Sir Kevin. Welcome.
Thank you so much. I don't know why my camera is already doing effects. I'm having an AI laptop. Maybe the AI is taking over. Anyways, kindly confirm that you can hear me, everyone, before we can get on to this. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Eric. So, Doc, I don't know, like, I joined in just a couple of minutes, but I've gotten a lot. First of all, as Eric has said, he has written a lot of notes. I've also taken some on my notepad. I love the 40, 20, 30, 10 rule. One thing that stood out for me on that is the aspect that networking takes a big chunk, and I think you can also agree with us that I always tell my students and our
Mm.
students that some of the best jobs out there are never advertised. Even like you don't even go through, like, some of the jobs that I've even sometimes gotten for, sometimes you're told, thank you for applying, and you didn't even apply. You have been taken straight through to the interview process. So you've been told, thank you for applying for the first interview and everything. Now, welcome. And the other thing that you say that is very important, as I'm also giving people time to think about their questions. Please put your questions in the chat. Again, you can also raise your hand. I'll give you all an opportunity for those who get to raise your hand to ask your question verbally, live. So the other thing that you said, which also I relate to, is the stars responses do not have to be something that actually happened. You can prepare for them, right? You can prepare for them, and I remember one time I was doing a certain AWS technical interview, and I turned my whole project that I was doing into a star response. I actually made it appear as if I was doing it for a client, and that client had his pain point, and I broke it down from the business perspective. And you've mentioned something very important, that that you are going to engage even people who are not in tech. And when you're engaging these stakeholders who are not in tech, you have to know how to speak the language that they can understand, break down things. And the way you've wrapped it up, that we are not in just a career. It's a very noble career of, it's a noble call of protecting people, physical and digital systems. As in, there's no better way I could even like put it into perspective. So thank you so much, Doc, for that. So as we wait for the questions to come through, I had one that had I was aching the moment Eric told me we are having this awesome expert in the name of Dr. John Carney. This is the first question I wanted to ask is what is that one day, one time, like whether it's in a class session or in a real cybersecurity scenario where you had to stay calm under pressure. Maybe some attacks are going on, or these services are not firing up. People think it's a DDoS. People are all over the place, or maybe they're looking up to you to help them figure it out. How did it go for you? Because that for every cybersecurity expert, they must have endured that either as an individual or even as a team. How was it for you? How was that experience for you?
Thank you. Thank you for bringing that up. Yes. So there are a lot of experiences that I can share, but let me bring this one up. So I handle one of the platforms where students can go and check their grades, their financial status, and lecturers can also log in and upload results and grade the students. So this is what I learned. Sometimes we realized that there were a lot of traffic, different traffic coming from different countries at a point in time. So now we hit error 504, and we're like, what is happening? So it was like too much traffic, IP addresses from different countries were hitting our service. So it was an attack. And so those who were here internally and wanted to access the system were denied, which we call maybe denial of service or a distributed denial of service, were denied. So what we did was that this really became a problem. So we started having calls, we started having emails. We are trying to upload results, we are trying to do this, it's not working. So, like I said, we have some tools that sit on the network that is able to detect events, things that are happening, the same tools that I mentioned. Okay, so once I went through the log, I realized that okay, there are IP addresses from a particular country that was trying to flood our network. Okay, so what I did was that we went into our firewall and then we blocked all IP addresses coming from that country. Okay, then we went ahead and then went to the server and then wrote a rule. So we wrote a rule that will block that all IPs coming from that country. And so that is what saved it, but it was a temporary measure. The next thing, what we did was that, okay, so that is incident response. At the point the situation happened, what should we do? Okay, we analyzed it, we went through it, and then we're like, okay, this is what is happening. Now, what can we do first? So we tried to block it, and then we wrote a paper and sent that to management. So after analysis, we forwarded it to management. We sent a report, which was very communicative. And then management understood the situation and we added our recommendation. Not knowing we had to update our service because we had implemented what we're using AWS, but we had not installed some services on the platform. So there was that loophole. So we asked management, because management understood, they gave us money and we upgraded the system, and that issue was resolved. So that's one thing I can say. There are a lot more, but I think I'll just stick to this so that others too can ask their questions. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Really bracketing it down well, and I hope our participants for this session have already gained a lot from that. I'll not even say what I've already gained. I've gained a lot, and truly true to say you've actually answered it. And okay, so let me start handling some questions that I've seen come in the chat. I think we can go to the first one. I believe you can see the one from Edgar Lambert. Saying I'm a master's student specializing in cybersecurity and digital forensics. I've gained exposure to many areas like DFIR, memory forensics, OSINT, networking, and general cyber operations. The field is incredibly competitive and many pathways look interesting. How do I strategically choose the right specialization for my career so that I can stand out, stay relevant, and build long-term value? It's quite loaded, but I believe you definitely are up to the task. So you can handle that and start.
Yeah, let me give you just a simple answer. Okay. So I will say there's a three circle something that you have to do. Okay. So I call it the evidence-based something. Okay, so what you actually have to do is first understand what the market needs. So there are three strategies that you need to understand what the market needs. Okay, sometimes it's not about what you can offer, but it's about what the market needs. So study your area, look at what is trending, what people need now. So once you're able to identify what people need, right now the highest demand in your cyber skills, the digital forensics and incident response. Yeah, that's a cloud security too. It's also in demand. Then threat intelligence. Okay, then malware analysis. They are all in demand. So after identifying what the market needs, you should now go to yourself and say, okay, what will I enjoy? What naturally pulls me? Wouldn't I mind to spend hours doing? And I wouldn't feel redundant. I wouldn't feel bored because I have done it and there's nothing more to do. So based on what you have mentioned, it means that you have knowledge in all of these fields or these areas. And these areas are specific things or skills that somebody can take as their career, one of them. Okay, they are all specific areas that somebody can choose as a career path. Okay, and all of these are in demand. So you should now look at yourself. What do you enjoy? Okay, doing. And naturally, what are you good at? So there's the difference between what you enjoyed. What you enjoy is, will I be able to stay doing this thing? Okay, even when the pressure is too much, or even if I don't feel like doing, will I have the enthusiasm? Will I have the motivation to do or to pursue this particular skill? Then the last thing is that which one of the skills are you good? Are you very confident? That's what you should start preaching. So first is that what is in the market now, or what is the market? What does the market need right now? Okay, you have to be able to identify. Then the second will be what you enjoy, meaning what will you be able to do over and over again without you getting bored? Then the last one will be which of the skills are you good and very confident that this one, even if you give me a day, I can learn. Even if I get a job or I get a case, I can do. So these are the three things that I would want to talk about when it comes to your situation, because it's broad. So I can't tell you to do this or do that. You have to analyze yourself, but look for what the market needs. Then what you can do, even under pressure, when the motivation is less, what you can still love to do. And then what you can do better out of them, which one is the best that you can confidently preach, use as your flagship. So that's what I would say. Thank you.
Love that. Love that. And actually, you've answered how it is. I usually don't like it when certain people, like, sometimes you usually get someone come in and say, I've done I have done maybe penetration testing, and I can tell you that is the best thing you can ever do. That one is one of the wrong advices because
Yeah.
they are enjoying what they are doing, but they are not considering that you might, for example, I'm in cybersecurity, but I hate anything around like I don't do good at CTFs and things around pen testing and a lot of the red teaming stuff. But for me to know that I don't enjoy that, I had to try it out, right? I had to try it out. Then I realized, then I got into things around risk and audit and cloud security. That is when I felt like, and network security is when I felt like, now I'm enjoying these. Even when I'm told to configure a firewall, I can do it even in my sleep. But that is also part of cybersecurity. So you've actually hit the nail on the head. So I can see some couple of questions coming in. I'll still say, please, if there's one, I would really want especially one of my cybersecurity, Salavis Tech cybersecurity students to come through and ask a question live. So if you don't raise your hand, I'll be ready to be called upon. I'm just joking, but please be ready to be called upon. Anyways, there's B Tufu. Say thank you for this amazing presentation. Please, how can we get companies for internship? It's Salavis going to send us on internship. I'm going to ask Eric to handle that part of the weather service tech. But secondly, could you please elaborate on creating jobs? I didn't really get it. I think this is around entrepreneurship, something around that. So you can answer.
Okay. Yeah. So creating jobs. When we talk about creating jobs, don't think big. Okay. So anyone or everyone who started creating jobs started from somewhere. First, like we said, look at areas where it's in demand. Then look at what you can offer. Now, once you see that, okay, in the cybersecurity space, people want to protect their digital devices, they want to protect their data. You can't just go to, let's say, Google and say, Google, I'm an expert, please employ me. Or I'm an expert, I can do this for you. Look at your community, visit companies. Okay, so scan through companies and visit companies and then try to offer them what you can do, even when they have not asked. Simply, and it's not big companies, it can be a very small business, a very small, because you are building your portfolio. So look for organizations or small businesses that you can relate with the managers or the owners, and then tell them that you have scanned their entire system and you think this is what you can offer. And trust me, they will be amazed. They didn't public, they might not even know that they needed what you are saying. Okay, so first, because you have the skill and you know that this is in demand, it is a need. First, look at your environment, look for opportunities. So go to companies. You can also join online. There are some websites, I'm sure they will give to you. There are some websites that you can freelance. Okay, you can join some websites and then you put your portfolio there, you put your profile there, and then you can be making a few CDs or a few dollars or a few pounds by engaging in a team or by adding up to a team to resolve cybersecurity projects. But before you do this, you would have built yourself. Okay, so I mentioned some online laboratories that can help you build your project. So create your portfolio first. Now look for small organizations or small businesses. All right, and then offer to help. Once you go there that you are helping, they will be able to open up and then take you in and listen to you. So that's one way of creating job for yourself. You create job by looking for people who will need you and you go to them even when they have not asked that they need. Trust me, if you go through 1, 2, 3, or 4 people, you'll be able to, they will be able to buy into your knowledge. Okay, and then you have started you have started your consultancy business. That's it. Okay, so you are not going to work for somebody like 8 to 5, this kind of a business. No, you went to them and told them, I can provide this solution to you based on this. And so you are your own boss. You can have 3 or 4 companies or 3 or 4 small, don't think big, small businesses. Okay, and again, just start with internships. Okay, please just start with internship. Once you start with internships, you should be able to, it will open your mind to know what businesses need. And then you can come out and then create your own business by scanning the environment, looking for opportunities, and use your knowledge to deploy what you can do. Okay, sometimes you can also offer trainings. You can organize a few people in your community and then offer training, because it's not just about solving, it's also about trying to make people aware. You can create awareness. Okay, once you are doing that, you have started a job. Okay, you have one person, two people, three people who are interested about what you are saying, and they would want you to train them, and this is going to catapult you into other opportunities where you can build yourself. So basically, that's what I will say. Thank you.
Wow, I was even writing notes and just putting it in the chat on what you were just saying. Yeah, definitely, you're saying the right things that our learners really need and our participants. Okay, thank you
Sir,
so
something just came up.
much for that. And
Yeah, something just
yes,
came.
please,
I think
please go on,
it
please go
escaped
on.
me. These days, social media, okay, on your TikTok page or your YouTube channel, let people know your competencies. Okay, let people know what you can do. You can create a channel where you always showcase your project, or you advise people on cybersecurity awareness, and that's a job. Okay, through this thing. So job doesn't start from the time you are getting money. When you're an entrepreneur, it doesn't start from the time you are getting profit. It starts from the time you are making yourself known to people. That's how. So you've already started marketing. Okay, so be present on social media, the YouTube, your TikTok, and the likes. Okay, create content that people will be interested regarding your field. I think that's what I wanted to add. Thank you.
Wow. You keep on throwing bombshells. Eric, I know, usually has a name for it on what you are actually dropping those big nuggets, and you're actually saying the right things. The only thing that is left for anyone listening to you is actually to take action, because if you take action on even just 1% on what Doc has said, you're going to be far, far ahead. You've already done the hard work of showing up to this session. The next uh, like automatic thing is to take action. Okay, so there's another question from Esther. Esther is saying, I've spent a lot of time studying cybersecurity and have beginner level knowledge in several areas: cloud security, networking, ethical hacking, CM tools, and vulnerability assessment. However, I feel like I'm stuck in a cycle of learning without implementing, and it's becoming mentally exhausting. As an expert, what practical steps would you recommend for someone like me to move from theory to real implementation and actual skill building? I know you've answered it, a couple of it, but I know maybe you can emphasize on some few areas.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, madam, I think I like your question, but I have identified one problem. So your problem right now, if I were an employer, is that you have too many areas at the same time. It looks like you are saying you can do a lot of things at the same time. Okay, the cybersecurity world doesn't work like that. You should find one master, one key area that you will use as a strong basis to sell yourself. I'm sure that out of all of the points that you have mentioned, the areas that you are good at, there is one that stands out that you love to do and you can do well and do well. That should be your lead. That should be your lead skill, which will try to let you now know what to do. Okay, but like I said, I have mentioned a few things. Uh, you, okay, so I don't know. Have you mastered some of these same? Have you mastered some of the tools? If you have you mastered some of the tools like the SIEM, the Splunk, Sysmon, Window Nmap, Wireshark, Burp, Kali Linux? Have you mastered any of the tools? If you have, then start working on small projects. Okay, what you have to do now that you are confused, first focus on one or two key areas that you are good at, or you are better. Learn specific tools that are used and be good at that specific tools that are used in that 2 or 3 fields that you select, and start building projects. Work small projects. Okay, small projects, and then document everything. Everything you do, have a channel like LinkedIn. Everything that you do, just post it. Okay. And it should flow. Just post it. It can be your social media handles or it could be your LinkedIn. Once you're able to do that, trust me, you will, by repeating and repeating, you are going to build a skill. Okay. And then that's where you should that's how you should start. So again, the skills that you have mentioned are a lot. If you're not careful, you touch on this small, you leave it, you touch this, you touch this, you touch it. It doesn't help. Focus on one or two. Master the tools, build projects, let the world know the project that you've built, and see what happens. Thank you.
Wow, just when I was just about to type that nugget, like focus on one or two skills and then build projects on it. Like that one is, it just put it all in a nutshell. And I totally agree with you that sometimes I think something is people get addicted to learning, and sometimes it's just a matter of pulling yourself out of the comfort zone and, and building those projects and documenting them on LinkedIn. I think you have said something that has already even worked for me so many times. There's even a time, actually this week, I was just doing my own things, being busy with what I usually do. Then I saw an email. I saw an email. I nominate Kevin to attend the workshop. Then I followed. Sometimes you have to follow the thread. Where did this start from? Because you are not involved. Then you see that the person said, as the coordinator of this workshop, I would like to ask you as the lead of the organization to nominate Kevin Tui for this workshop, because we believe when he comes, his experience in AI will add a lot of value to this discussion. So you can imagine somebody else was nominated because it is their docket. I'm not in quality assurance, but because it was about AI and quality assurance, and the last time I did it, I documented it. I was leading the group discussion. I presented on behalf. I was the secretary as well as the presenter in that group discussion of that workshop. It left a mark on the coordinator, and they said,
Yeah.
we are having another workshop. But we still, yes, we've nominated someone else because it's their docket. But uh, please let's have Kevin from your organization to come for this workshop. And that is what I'm going to go tomorrow and on Friday. So you can see, as you said, when you document, when you put yourself out of the comfort zone, you actually make it happen, and you're actually saying things that are or that work for each and every one of us. So I'd like to give one person who can answer. We've answered a couple of questions in the chat. Is there anyone who'd like to ask their question audibly, like the way we are live, because we are in a session and they can see? Please, if we can have one more before. I know we really over time, but I know Doc can handle at least one more question, especially one that someone has asked live. And if there's none, I'll ask Aqua to say something and also ask a question. Aqua is one of my standout learners in my cybersecurity class. Aqua, over to you. Aqua, are you in a position to unmute? Aqua B, King Aqua. So maybe Aqua is
I'm sure he's having
not in a
network issues.
position to unmute. But again, maybe also because sometimes usually in some network issues, but very nice. like, sometimes I think there's something that really makes someone stand out, and Doc maybe can agree with me. When someone doesn't have to be pushed, you don't have to be pushed to do something. Oh, sorry, my network is saying something. When you don't have to be pushed, to be pushed to do some things, when you're proactive, when you're told, hey, can you set up these, maybe this simulation, or lead this lab session, and then someone just does it. And not only just does that, but they go above and beyond and start helping their colleagues to succeed. That is all the recipe of what is required to thrive in the cybersecurity space. So I don't know whether there is any other, but I'll ask Eric. I know Eric can never miss a question. Eric, if you guys didn't have a question, Eric could have asked like 10 questions for the Q&A. So anyway, Eric, I know you didn't miss a question. Over to you, Eric.
All right. Thank you so much, Kevin. Thank you so much, Doc. I think I've just been digesting, and I'm finding it difficult to breathe because it's on my neck. So, um, Doc, I just want to find out from you, right? I saw your profile, right? Your background. I read it to the community. Everyone knows about you right now. I read it at the beginning of the session, and what is that thing that kept you going, that you've covered? You are in all of these big organizations, and you're not only there, but you're the one leading. How did that, what is that thing that is, getting you come across all this or be in this kind of platforms and associations? What is that thing that is keeping you going?
Well, it's just one word: motivation, self-motivation, and passion. That's it.
Okay.
So there have been times that I wasn't even getting anything from what I was doing, but I just love doing it. And then I don't know, it just opened opportunities. Like you're saying, International Chamber of Commerce is like the FIFA of businesses in the world. The whole, like FIFA, every country, every business in the world, they have come together. It's like World Health Organization. So International Chamber of Commerce is like the whole world, every big multi-million dollar company, every company in the world, they have come together to form the World Business Organization. And that is International Chamber of Commerce. You see, trust me, when I started working with International Chamber of Commerce, it was through networking. So I got I went for a program and I met the Secretary General. Once when I met the Secretary General, that's Mr. Donny Kwame. We were having some social time together, and then I told him my expertise. I was so lucky that at that point they needed somebody to administer their network at that time, and that's like 2011. So just through networking and I paid myself, he got hold of me. And because I was also ready, like I had prepared myself, I knew my value. So I had prepared myself. Immediately the opportunity came, I grabbed it and I did. Then one thing led to the other, one thing led to the other. So it's all passion. And I love to teach. And trust me, if you're a lecturer, you always have to know like times thousand of what the students know. So I even learn more than the students. Like I'm learning, I'm here, I'm here. So it's just the self-motivation for me, right? Passion and motivation. Once there's passion and motivation, even when you've not started making money yet, you don't care because you know that you have built yourself and definitely you make it. Okay, so build yourself, but be motivated because everybody is going to make it in life and opportunities will come no matter who you are. But prepare yourself, do projects, even if people are not seeing it. Put yourself out there and be self-motivated. That's it. Thank you.
Wow. This is really amazing. Kevin, I'm done with my question. I don't know if you want to say something or I pick up on
Yeah,
on
please.
okay.
Yeah, take over the next segment. Yes, thank you so much, Doc. It has been nice running the Q&A with
Thank
you
you.
and you answering these questions. I think we just need you for another session, but now this time for like a workshop or something. I believe you have a lot of value to continue to offer to us. So I know
Thank
Eric
you.
will
Yeah, it was nice
definitely
having
happy to have you
you.
there.
It was
Thank
nice
you.
having you. It was nice having you. You have really added to this session. Your insights are aligned with all that we are saying here. So thank you.
Thank you.
We'll talk later. I'll try to establish some contact because networking is key, right?
Yeah, we'll
So we'll
definitely
talk
talk.
later.
I know Eric will
All right.
connect us. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Thank you.
so yeah, guys. So let me go to Pamela's question. She was asking if Solavis Tech could give internship. I think that was the question. Let me see. What was the question? Okay, is Solavis Tech going to send us on internship? At this point, what I would say is, at this point, we don't yet have any opportunities for internship. But the honest truth is, if opportunities come, you're definitely going to have them, right? Yes, you're going to have them 100%. If there is any opportunity, you're going to have them 100%, right? But at this point, there are no internship yet. There's no internship yet, but we are going to give it to you if it comes. Not only the internship, if we have a job opportunity where you think you can get with an entry into an entry level, we are going to get you into that position, right? That is the advantage you're going to get for being with us, for enrolling in our program. And Pamela, just to assure you, if any opportunity comes, don't worry, you're going to get it, right? Because you're part of the committee already. Yeah, I hope that answers your question.
Yeah, and also just to add to that, I think Dr. Samba, our CEO, was texting me earlier today and asking me, Kevin, do you know about any bubble developers that are needed urgently? If you have network or your community, in our community, please send them this out. And definitely he's the one recommending. So if he's the one recommending and he's saying, okay, I've already gotten this person, they've already shown, you're already halfway there. So that is the beauty about us in Solavis Tech and what we can also offer to you. Yeah.
Okay, great, great. Let's take the last one question. Somebody has a question, and then we wrap up. Yes, Frank Eno, you have a question?
Yes, good evening. Am I audible?
Yes, very audible.
Okay, thank you so much. First off, thanks again, Doc, for the expose. It was very insightful. And just a quick, and also Mr. Eric for putting this together. Just a quick update. My background is in clinical research associate, and I'm developing interest more in the IT section. So when I saw this, I was like, okay, let me be part of it and learn more and get the basic knowledge to even to understand what is it all really about. And while Doc was doing his expose, something caught my mind. He mentioned the aspect of the different areas in IT. And that's something I had thought about, but never really looked deeper into it. And I was just thinking about the legal aspect. Since I have a clinical research background, administrative and communication and dealing with ethics. So I was just wanting to ask, like, what is the pathway if wanting to get into cybersecurity, but more on the legal side? Is there an opportunity in that way? What is a prerequisite for that? So I just thought of throwing that question there. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Great, great. Yeah. So like I said earlier, the cybersecurity space has been designed not for only technical people who are able to break into systems and hack into systems. So there's another area called the GRC. Okay. So the governance, the risk, and also the compliance. So where you are talking about can be the compliance. That's where the IT ethics law, play. So there are courses that you can take in GRC. So you can just Google GRC. Okay, focus on GRC. It talks about how we can make sure that the cybersecurity professionals are doing their job well and they are not taking advantage of people's data. Okay, you will not be the technical person to install software and tools on networks on host computers. No, yours is that you know how information security or cybersecurity people are supposed to behave. There is a standard, there are some standards, there are some rules, there are some acts. For instance, in Ghana, we have a Data Protection Act. When you go to the US, we have the HIPAA, right? When you go to the European Union, we have the GDPR. When you are doing, when you want to accept card, credit card, debit card, we have the PCI DSS. All of these are standard rules. And we need people to make sure that cybersecurity experts, the technical people, are doing the right thing. They are meeting standard. So you can go into that GRC side of it. And trust me, even people are making more money in GRC than the technical people, you see. And it is applicable to any field. So I think look up on GRC. Okay. Just Google GRC and then go to that field. You might not necessarily, but there are a few things you should know. For instance, some certifications like, because you need to understand the cybersecurity ecosystem as well. So you need some fundamentals. Okay. So there's a ISC squared. They have this certified in cybersecurity. It just gives you fundamentals. Anyone can learn. Even a high school student can learn. So ISC to CC, cybersecurity. Okay. Apart from that, you can also look for, I think, Microsoft SC 900. It's also a certification. Okay, then we also have AZ 900. It's also a certification. They are all fundamentals. Okay, then we have CompTIA Plus. CompTIA Plus will just introduce you to computers, a hardware, a software, what is an operating, so that at least you have fair idea. Okay, so you can start with those ones just to have basic knowledge of computers and how computers behave. And then you can focus on the GRC. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Doctor. Thank you so much, very much. Thank you.
Okay, all right. Oh, somebody has a question. Guys, this is the last question, right? Because we need to wrap up. Actually, we are having one of our classes that will be starting soon, our cloud computing session. So you're going to need the Zoom link. Yes, Pamela, you have a question. Let's take that one for the road, right? And then we wrap up. Just be brief.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, okay, Dr. John. Please, I wish to know how do you balance work and family life in order to prevent burnout?
This is very interesting. So, one thing that if I show you right now, you will not believe is that uh, I'm a family person. I'm on social media, and I have a lot of followers doing family. So people rather ask, "Are you sure you are a professional or you're a family person?" Okay, so I'm going to give you, I'll give you my hand and you can see. So now this is how I do it. So uh, I work late, I stay up at night. So I'm a nocturnal person. Most of the time during the day, I try to be with family and do other lecturing jobs, okay, and meet some clients, and I arrange all of them. But at night or at dawn, whilst people are sleeping, I do stuff. Okay, I do my network stuff. Then, apart from that, every Sunday, so Sunday in my life is for my family. It is cut from the world of work. And so everyone who I have worked, every company where I lecture, I've lectured in different institutions. Uh, they all know that John's Sunday is a no-go area. Okay, so you can search, you can go to TikTok and search the Canis. The Canis, and then underscore Canis, Kanis. And then you realize that no, this man, he has blended everything. Okay, and most of my colleagues are not able to do that. So it's a valid question, especially if you are a woman. Women, you have a lot of responsibilities at home. And trust me, cybersecurity is the best for you because you are able to work remotely. Me, sometimes I'll be at the beach and I'm lecturing. I'll be at the beach, I'll be working on people's IT tools and systems administration. Okay, anywhere I am, all I need is internet and my computer. And I have fun whilst doing the job. Okay. Yeah. So, but I block my Sunday for family, and the least chance I have, I go on vacations too. You see. So basically, that's it. So you can check me out. Uh, you know more about me. I'll give you my LinkedIn profile, or you can just Google my name. I mean, once you Google Dr. John Kani Ghana or Dr. John Kani. Yeah, heritage, or just Google my name. You see a lot of articles. My LinkedIn profile will pop up. And about TikTok, I'm a family person. Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow, guys, know that Dog Sunday is no-go area, right? No-go area. So that's what I've learned, right? So we're going to wrap up. We're going to wrap up, and I think it's been an amazing session. I don't know for you, but for me, I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot. Doc, we want to thank you. Thank you so much for your time. We've gone way above the time. This was scheduled for just an hour, and we've gone 2 hours. Doc, thank you so much. Thank you so much from the SolarVista community, our students, and from the open community, everyone that has been on this session. Doc, want to appreciate you. And just to say that this is probably just the beginning, right? And we hope to take this further. We want to take this, our collaboration, further. And like I said, Doc and I, we just met at a network event organized by Paystack. It was just an evening like this one. We just met, and then people were biting stuff. You go and pick up a drink, you pick up some chicken, fish, you're biting, and then I reached out to Doc, and then we just introduced myself, and that was it. That was it. So guys, take networking seriously. Take it seriously. And to wrap up, again, if you've been here, this is SolarBeast Technologies Institute, and we are a community that is, committed to bridge the IT gap in Africa and beyond, right? And this cuts across data science and machine learning. If you want to learn data science and machine learning, this is the best place to be. If you want to learn cloud computing, DevOps, engineering, this is the best place to be, right? And if you want to learn cybersecurity, you got it from our students themselves. They were speaking, right? You got the experience. You know where they're coming from. Pamela here, she didn't have any tech background. And this her, she's been talking about Nmap. I don't know Nmap. She's talking about all those technologies. I don't know, right? But this her, within just a few months, she's been able to grab some of these concepts. And she's not only doing that, she's already organizing an event, a workshop, to train women against gender-based violence, and then related to cybersecurity. Guys, I want you guys to give a thumbs up for Pamela. This is just amazing. Pamela, thank you. Thank you. Just when you've not completed your program, you're already creating the impact out there. And this is what we want to see. And this is what we are building as SolarBeast Tech. We are not only building you to go and be, dropping your applications in organizations. No, we want to build you so that you can create opportunities for other people, right? You can create opportunities for other people. You can build a system for other people so that you can also employ other people rather than looking for a job. And that's why we're here. Next year, January, we are launching our new programs, right, across all these platforms that I mentioned, including digital marketing. At the end of the day, you want to learn how you can sell your products, sell your services, and most importantly, you want to learn how to sell yourself. That is what digital marketing is going to cover for you, right? So January next year, we are going to do these programs. Anyone that's interested, you can reach out to me, right? You can reach out to me after the session. I'm going to upload it on YouTube. You can reach out to me on +233 5700 4325 +233 5700 4325. I mean 43270. 43270. 43270. So that's my contact on WhatsApp. You can reach out to me after this session, right? And we can talk. We are ready to help you. We want you to become part of the community so that in a few months, you should be able to share your own experience, tell your own story, be your own profile, right? This is a community. It's not a boot camp. When you are here for life. You join the community for life, right? So guys, it's been an amazing session. I want to say thank you for joining. And again, there are amazing sessions coming up. This week, we are going to have our students graduate this Saturday, and you're all invited, right? You're all invited. I'm going to drop the invitation on our WhatsApp group. For those who have already joined, you're going to receive the invitation, and you're all invited. And the subsequent weeks, we are going to have amazing, amazing sessions like these ones. We are going to have podcast sessions where we bring experts like Dr. John to come and talk to us and inspire us. We are also going to have practical sessions where if you want to carry out a live pen test, like he talked about, I don't know if I'm using in the right context, but we are going to simulate those kinds of sessions real life so that you can see and practice, so that you can document them and put them in your resume, in your CV, like he talked about, right? At the end of the day, if you have all the theory and you can't demonstrate a problem you've solved, you can't demonstrate a tool you have used practically, it leads you nowhere. And that is why we are making the community as such so that wherever you are, you can benefit, right? So thank you so much. Thank you so much again, Doc. I don't know how to thank you, but on behalf of the entire Solar Vista community, the core team, the founder, Dr. Samba, Kevin there again, everyone, Doc, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So
Thank
guys,
you, my
thank you for
pleasure.
being here.
My pleasure.
Sure. Let's see you in our next coming sessions, and bye for now.
All right, bye-bye. I'm going to post my LinkedIn there, and you can see in the chat.
Awesome. Also, I'm going to copy the LinkedIn profiles and put them on the YouTube description section for this recording, right? So that we can all follow Doc on LinkedIn, on TikTok, wherever he is. We are behind him, right? Let's follow him. All these tips that he's sharing with us, let's keep benefiting and tapping from that source. So guys, drop your LinkedIn profiles so that we can all follow you. Doc is looking for his LinkedIn profile. I'm just waiting for him to drop it so that we get it and we follow him right away. You might want to document this session and, tell the world, tell LinkedIn what you've learned from this session, right? Tell the world what you've learned, starting from the technical skills, the soft skills, everything you've learned from this session. You want to document it and put it on LinkedIn, right? Because your recruiters want to see that you are learning, you are upgrading yourself, you are learning every day. And how are you learning? You are learning through workshop sessions like this. So you might want to document this and tag Doc on LinkedIn so that he should, react or comment, and you don't know who is in his network, right? Somebody so powerful in his network might just say, wow, so Dr. John led you for this session, then I know what he gave you. I know what you've learned. And that's how it starts. So guys, let's drop our LinkedIn profiles.
Yeah. I'm WhatsApping it to you so that you can put it there.
Getting calls for our next tutor who is going to join. So guys, Doc, have you gotten the LinkedIn?
Yeah, I'm
your LinkedIn
sending
profile
to you.
so that. Okay, Doc. All right, just send it so that I drop it.
I think I've sent it. You can check your WhatsApp.
Okay, I just got it. All right, perfect. I just got it. Let me drop it right here, guys. Better copy it fast, right? Copy it fast before we go off the session. This is the Doc's LinkedIn profile. Grab it. Send a connection. Send a connection. Doc is accepting. When you send the connection, share your experience about this workshop session, right? What you learned. Write everything down. Describe, in point form, and that is documentation. So yeah, I think everyone has gotten it.
Please, we start in 1 minute. Thank you.
Great. You see, Doc is very busy. He's getting into another session. So guys, just click the link and then you connect with Doc. You document this session, what you learned, how impactful, what's next for you, and that's it. Okay, I see. Okay, Lunga says I should repeat my contact, right? +233 5700 432 70, right? 70. That's my contact. Yeah, reach me on WhatsApp and let's help you to be part of our community. Guys, it's been an amazing session. Bye. See you next time.